mining with it. So, but actually, as far as more relevant topics at hand, these two siege tanks are going to use their combined fire to just incinerate these Marines. They're just getting shelled, and they'll go down pretty easily. This eliminates this bunker threat for the time being. Probably bring this one injured Marine. No, I was maybe thinking about sacrificing him, but a scan going down here on these bunkers, maybe trying to get a few more free hits, but these siege tanks are out of range. I need to spend my money a little bit more. I've got a lot of minerals. I need much more gas. I need to throw some refineries here for sure, but I do not have the gas necessary to operate off of these two factories. That being said, siege tank, as you guys can see, is in play. Racist, by contrast, just has a bunch of Marines. He's got 14 Marines. My harvester count is a lot greater. I have a mule currently with 33 workers compared to Racist 25. He has a siege tank of his own. Not getting that siege tech just yet, and actually a starport too, so he's going to be beating me to the air game. This Hellion trying to give some vision to these siege tanks, but they're still, yeah, you can see the range there for yourselves. They are still out of range of these buildings. Switching to the view of Racist, yeah, he's probably feeling pretty confident, thinking that he has a contain here on my front door, but he doesn't know, or he may not know, that I lifted my command center over to this location, so he doesn't know that I'm mining off of there comfortably. I actually have these two refineries up, but no SCVs extracting gas from them just yet. He's now trying to do a drop, it looks like. These siege tanks are also pushing on this bunker location, making quick work of that, but at the same time, this medevac is going to be threatening my mineral line. I think I may have caught a glimpse of this. Even if I did, I'm not reacting fast enough, and these Marines are going to get a lot of free SCV kills unless I make something happen. I'm sitting on 1,000 minerals compared to Racist's 2,000. He needs to spend his money a little quicker. I'm going to be using these SCVs to try to fight back. But with the support of these medevacs, these Marines aren't really dropping. I don't know if he's lost any of these. Now the Hellion gets over here, the single siege tank as well. So I lost a bunch of Marines. Racist actually, even though he's been operating off of one base, he has lost fewer units. These siege tanks not sieging up, just in their normal attack mode, doing pretty well against these Marauders and Marines. I lose a bunch of them, but I am actually able to win that battle. Still, the units lost is in Racist's favor. That being said, I have finally taken out his containment on my base. These Marines actually, with some decent medevac micro from Racist, have been able to do a lot of damage, taking out that armory, which will set me back quite a big deal. But now this siege mode tank is cleaning up those Marines. These ones are just out of range. I think what I'm trying to do is I may try to lure these Marines over here with these SCVs. But I'm not the best use of my APM here. I could definitely take down these Marines quicker. Now a lot of SCVs going down with those Marines under the fire of these cannons from the siege tank. But it looks like finally I have enough money to produce from factories. I made a third factory, but I could probably afford to throw down even more as I'm sitting at 1,000 minerals, 700 gas. Actually, both players' macro is hurting just because they've had to deal with some harassment on both ends of the map. I have this additional command center going up. Actually, I've made another one trying to liquidate the money that I have. I'm trying to set up as many expansions as possible, as if you guys have been following my videos, you know I like to do that. I like to keep the economic advantage in my favor. So finally bringing that late tech lab up onto this factory. I have managed to spend my money to a degree. I still have some excess minerals in the bank, but I'm definitely in a better position than Racist is. He's got 2,000 minerals in the bank, which he's struggling to spend. If he is willing to operate off of these two measly refineries, he needs to make some barracks and put some reactors on them just to liquidate his minerals by making Marines. But, excuse me, I just had breakfast. Apologize for that, but yes, he needs to, if he wants to liquidate that mineral count, he needs to spend some Marines via reactors. Actually, one Viking in play from Racist, that's not going to dent this command center anytime soon. It's actually landing right here in my front door. I hear some siege mode tanks. I can't spot them just yet. It was probably this guy here watching over the front door. We've got two tanks here watching the front door. actually morphing this to a planetary fortress, so this one siege tank is going to get taken down as it sieges up, so he dies for the greater good. This one alien is going to get blown away as it tries to meet these tanks. But I have made decent use of the siege tank in this scenario, just because the two bases are so close together, and I'm using their extended range to a great degree in this game. This one Viking is observing my siege tanks. He doesn't want to land though, because he will just get one-shotted by those siege-moded cannons. Racist has, it looks like, a single medevac full of a squadron of Marines. He's not going to be able to do much though, as this planetary fortress is now in play. Spitting out some additional SCVs probably to repair these tanks. Now sieging up, going to be losing that first siege tank, actually not this time. Able to take down that second siege tank with a scan. And with similar behavior, yeah, he's trying to drop these Marines off on top of these tanks, but there's just no room to do that anymore. He's using this dropship micro pretty well, but I don't know if that is financially the best decision for him, as I'm comfortable really to just continue pumping out siege tanks. My first Thor is in play too. I don't have any upgrades just yet. I'm getting vehicle plating, as well as ship plating, actually cancelling that, realizing it was a mistake, and getting vehicle weapons. But my upgrades are late on these mech units because What's-his-nuts Racist was able to snipe out my armory pretty quickly with that Marine drop. He's got these 3 Vikings that are not going to be able to attack back against this Thor, suiciding in these Hellions. But I'm just repairing these 3 siege tanks in front of Racist's front door. I've also got this planetary fortress and missile turret here solidifying this position. I have also saturated this position. I'm just starting to, although that's not an orbital command just yet, and I'm also expanding right here. So these Vikings trying to take down this barracks, they may succeed in that before this Thor can save the day. But yeah, some decent Viking micro here from Racist, although this barracks isn't necessarily a high priority target. I even have a second one going up. But all those Vikings eventually getting taken